same time. What do your weekends consist of, sir? Do they consist of skiing down slopes and things of that nature? Look at his face, be it revealed himself. So what are you, the computer man, so what are you investigating with those? No matter what you think of America, no matter what you think of America, how bad you think about them, we're against it, whatever, you have to admire that this sort of thing can only happen almost only in America. Only in America. We have to, every society has to be envy that you can take a camera and stick the face of people who are in authority, people you disagree, and embarrass them like that, and hardly anything will happen to you. I know sometimes people will focus all sorts of things and say, oh, America did this, America does that, you know, it kills drones and attacks other countries. Yes, all of that is true. But there's so many countries where all of that is done. Other countries have been attacked, society being attacked, all sorts of things happen. Yeah, people are taken to jail, all sorts of things happen. But at the same time, their own people do not have some of the most basic freedom. I remember there was something happened once, I think it was in Australia, where there was a debate of people being decent or something, and someone made a comment and said, people should have the right to be indecent or something like that. Criminality and hurting ordinary people is one thing, but to express yourself and express it to the face of people who are powerful and extremely disappoint them and upset them, and it is a very powerful thing. And only very mature and very sophisticated, very complex system that can be possible. We have to acknowledge that. Otherwise, anyone who doesn't acknowledge that for America is really in a world of their own. Just watch it. Yellow notepads on your computer. He is looking up important stuff. Now look at these two. This guy's like the smooth opera. Don't drink your water. You look like a dweeb drinking your water, brother. Sir, can we ask you your stance on Palestine? Sir, please don't be angry, sir. Look at him tapping toes, tapping toes. Tapping toes. Can we get a stance? Tapping toes. Anybody? He keeps licking. He's putting his tongue in weird positions. That is kind of strange, brother. Computer man, no word, computer man. This guy is tight as can be. Look at him. He knew he was next. He just knew he was next with all that white, arrogant power looking. So can we ask your stance? Look at that frump. That is a world-class gold medal frump you got, sir. This is a gold medal frump. You're a world champion white man frumper. Look at the cool, relaxed brother to your right. Just listen how he is having a go at them. And he's talking about something which is not even in America. It's not in America. He's probably most likely is not. Obviously, he's not an Arab. It's not from anywhere from the Middle East. The guy I'm talking about, the guy who's sticking the cameras in the face of these people who I think are politicians or the staffers, people who are very important, I'm assuming. I don't think he's even a Muslim or anything like that. So, but he's able to do that. And even insult these people. You know, not only upset them, stick cameras in their face. And all they could do is pretending that they're not here, pretending that he's not there. Some of them are forced to kind of smirk a bit. Relaxing, enjoying his day, saying, oh my God, I feel sorry for this white man. God bless you guys, you know. This guy looks kind, we'll leave him for the time being. He was tapping his toes too. I think he knew he was next. Sir, you look like you have some levels of power. You're shiny, slimy, slippery. Can we ask you, he didn't like that one. Can we ask your stance on Palestine, sir? What country club are you a member of? What is your net worth? What sometimes concerns me is people will hear these sort of things and they rejoice and say, oh yeah, he's doing this, oh, they're bad people, oh, he's telling us how bad, how nasty they are, look at them. And they completely miss the other side of the coin. That it is, yes, but the system where this guy is allows him to say that, to upset them, to embarrass them, to put their video, the whole world to watch it, and I cannot do anything about it. Nothing whatsoever. You actually see some of the things. I don't know if these people are Congress people, but you see them actually going into the parliament, I think, whatever American Congress, and they chase Congress people, very powerful people. They cannot do anything to them. I even see some of them, they are in a news conference and they shout behind them and take a video and record it, and then they could not do anything to them. They just run away. So just remember that, please. So we at least can emulate, or to kill people and to be killed is one thing, but the people to have the power to express, regardless of what it is, to their leaders and say to their face, we don't like what you're doing, and to embarrass them without fearing for their life or something dramatic happening to them. That is something we always need to think about. It really bothers me so many times when someone they put in their own leaders on the spotlight. They are putting their own leaders, on the spotlight, embarrassing them and saying all sorts of horrible things about them. And then someone will get rejoiced and say, oh, have a look, yeah. They are nasty. He's saying they are nasty. Oh, they are nasty. They are bad. Oh, they do. And they don't think the other side of it. That the fact that system, that possibility is in that country. And so many countries, particularly Muslim countries, that is absolutely not even a possibility. You cannot even, some countries, you cannot even express privately to your friends what you think of the government or leaders. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble, not alone saying it on the street or recording it.
Are you contributing to a society? This guy is mad. This guy is all-American. He's mad. He said, why did I enslave a whole race of people and genocide a whole nother for this to happen in my country? And now I'm sipping Coke. So you need to get in shape. The American people have high blood pressure, all sorts of issues because of this loud. Look at this guy. His face is just oozing arrogance and privilege. Look at him. Look at him. I'll throw this away. He's going to throw this away. So you are an embarrassment, brother. A real embarrassment. You too, brother. So you are a good Southern man. Can we get a little speck of personality? None of these people, we got a speck, I prefer the Southerners. This guy has some. Can we at least get screw Palestine? They deserve what's happening to them. Any word. Just silence. Radio silence.
I'm just a farmer.
You're a farmer. We love farmers.
Just a farmer.
You're a farmer, you should say. Free Palestine.
You can see this guy has a little bit of freedom. He can, talk to him even and smile at him and express it. That means he's not, he sees himself as not an establishment. He's not a politician or someone who's very close to the body. He's not someone who's in authority. So therefore he feels a bit of freedom to actually express. And as he said, he's a farmer. So these other people, you have to see it. They know there's a camera on them. And anything, one way or the other, any joke they even make can backfire, politically in the media and social media. So that's why they become like a robots. Nothing. They cannot do anything. If they even engage the guy and say anything, even if they say, oh, you're terrible, they worry about something might backfire. That is also the beauty of the democracy and openness. So that's why these people, they become so frozen, because anything they do, any reaction they make would be spin one way or the other. So that's why they just...
Farmers with backbone, but God bless you, farmer. Look, this guy looks incredibly arrogant right here. Sir. Sir, with your face, your lips pointed out. Sir, I say sir.
The other thing I need people to understand, and I don't want these people to misunderstand it, really, really, very, very important is, every country, as it's supposed to be, every society has a rule, a law of its own, their own law. And I have no issue with that. What I have an issue is people not to have the freedom to express their feelings without hurting or killing or directly affecting any other one, especially the leaders, anybody who's in authority, to people to tell freely what they think of them. If they think they are pastors, to say, I think you are bloody pastor, you are, bad, you are nasty, whatever. But having said that, the law is very, very important. In America, and I'm saying this, even other democracies, like countries in particularly Australia, not sure Canada and New Zealand, that kind of things. I know in Australia there is no freedom of speech charter. in Australian constitution per se. Freedom is like a First Amendment or Second, whatever that American call. That's why in America you see person saying to someone else, whether they're in authority or not, anything they wanted, they can insult them, and that's protected under their own law. It's called freedom of speech. It's not allowed to, if you, I think, deliberately say someone, for example, like, this person is a rapist, or he raped someone, or he is something like that, very dedicated, very persistent. It can become I think another law, and the person has some protection. They can sue you or whatever. But just if you say someone to something, whatever you feel at that moment, you are a thief, you are a dickhead, you are whatever, you can say it, and it's protected under the freedom of speech, American freedom of speech. And that's particularly authorities. The police, you can say anything you want to the police, and nothing, not broken any law. But that's not like that in other countries. So you have to be very careful, very careful. Don't think the way what happens in America it can happen also other countries. So that, as I said, in other countries, there's a democracy. In Australia, for example, people can say all sorts of things. They're free to say, to associate, to complain, to criticize the government. But what you can say to someone, whether they are politician or not politician, that's why sometimes you hear in America, in Australia, it's very common. Parliamentarians use privilege of parliamentary privilege they call. The only thing very clearly protected in Australia is what an MP or parliamentarian says in the parliament, regardless of what they say. They cannot be breaking the law. But if they don't say it inside the parliament and say it outside, they be. And as you hear sometimes a parliamentarian will say something, very bad or negative against someone, like they may say they are corrupt, for example. They may say they are corrupt in the parliament, and then the other politician, when they are responding, will say, I dare so and so to say what they said in the parliament outside the parliament. I will sue them, which they can actually sue them unless they can prove that they corrupt and they have evidence, they have corrupt. But in America, it's not like that. In America, you can go to the face of any leader, any politician, and say, you are corrupt, you are a thief, whatever. You can say it and nothing will happen to you. As I said, it's a bit different if you make it persistent. I think maybe in writing, and you are doing what's called, I think, character assassination, that there's some protection for them. Something can happen, they can do something about that, but not, just someone saying to you, I think you are stupid. Thanks for watching.